You wake up in the middle of the night from the feeling as if someone's peering at you from the darkness. You open your eyes and see... Oh, hi, Biscuit. It's your pet hamster that you took in just yesterday. It's sitting right before you. And there's something primal about it. Suddenly, the hamster stands up on his hind legs and howls like a wolf, only much higher, like a whistle. Then, Biscuit scampers to the window, takes one last look at you, and jumps out into the street. What in the world was that? Calm down. It's just that what you took for a hamster was really a werewolf mouse. Or simply, grasshopper mouse. It's a perfect hunter. It's agile, quick, and doesn't feel pain. The mouse lives in North America and doesn't like digging holes. Why work if you can drive the owners out of their homes? This cute ball of fuzz preys on grasshoppers, snakes, and spiders. But most of all, it loves dangerous prey. Arizona bark scorpions are extremely venomous, but our cutie here, he doesn't care. Over millions of years of evolution, the rodent learned to process scorpion neurotoxins into an energy drink. The venom is, for this mouse, like 100 cups of coffee for you. Plus, it helps you not feel pain. The more venom in the mouse's body, the more it looks like a Viking gone berserk. After the battle, the rodent raises its head into the night sky and howls. The sound is more like a whistle, but loud. If the animal howled in the center of a soccer field, you'd hear it from the stands. This way, the mouse makes itself known and tells everyone, "I'm in charge here, so don't you dare cross me." You don't believe? Ask the poor scorpion. So when you woke up in your room, your mouse was singing a victory song. It may have just chased away a poisonous insect that had infiltrated your room. Nature took pity on humanity and made the grasshopper mouse small. But if you see one close by, then get out of there quickly. It means the werewolf mouse is hunting and there's a scorpion somewhere near. Mouse cubs, even in captivity, remain aggressive. They're like the Spartan children of antiquity. From the first days of life, they're ready to fight. Imagine that you got a job in a company creating our planet. You come to the office and your boss says, "Newbie, I need a project on a new animal on my desk tonight." Beside yourself, you tried a bit too hard, and the result was the platypus. The animal is covered with soft fur. It's got a tail like a beaver's, flippers, and a duck's bill. The platypus lays eggs, but it feeds its young with milk. You've got a crazy imagination. Male platypuses have venomous spurs on their hind legs. The venom isn't dangerous to humans, but you still better avoid petting the animal. If it stings you with those spurs, then a week of severe pain is guaranteed. What animal has the nastiest temperament on the planet? That's easy, a honey badger. Most of all, it resembles a skunk that visits the wrestling gym 5 times a week. And it smells like that too. The honey badger weighs as much as a 2-year-old child, but it's not afraid of anyone. It doesn't care who's confronting it, be it a venomous snake, 2 lions, or a pack of hyenas. It'll attack them and win. You want honey? No problem. Befriend a badger, and it'll demolish a beehive for you. It's not afraid of stings. The honey badger has thick skin that's difficult to break through, and also sharp claws and strong jaws. The honey badger scares everyone in Africa, but it's got cousins in North America and Eurasia. Those guys have a bad temper too. Although it's difficult to call it a giant, wolverines will not hesitate to attack a bear or an elk. The animal grows no larger than a medium-sized dog. If you offended it, then I don't envy you. It's hardy, knows how to swim, and is a fast runner. Wide paws are like snowshoes and don't allow it to fall into the snow. You can't hide from a wolverine on a tree either. It climbs with uncanny agility. The wombat is a cute animal that resembles a fluffy bear. It's stocky and weighs as much as a German Shepherd. The wombat lives in Australia, where it digs deep holes and has the most original protection in the world. If the enemy tries to get into its underground house, the wombat blocks the entrance with its, backside. This part of the body consists of 4 fused bones. For a wombat, it's sort of a shield, and it's difficult for a predator to bite through it. The animal is peaceful, but it has poor eyesight, and, well, it isn't very smart. If it thinks you're posing a threat, it will attack. The Indian gray mongoose is a real champion when it comes to fighting cobras. During the fight, it's beautiful and dances so fast that the snake doesn't have time to react to tricks. The cobra gets tired and decides to run away as soon as possible. The animal is protected from cobra fangs by its thick fur and immunity to cobra venom. Mongooses are relatives of cats and are popular pets in India. The animals love to sit on their owner's lap, but retain a wild character. In nature, mongooses rarely attack people, but if cornered, they become unpredictable. Nobody knows how many rats there are on the planet exactly, but at least twice as many as us humans. These are amazing animals that can laugh, dream, and feel stress. They live in packs and can hunt prey dozens of times larger than themselves. Scientists have found rat bite marks on the ribs of dinosaurs that are 75 million years old. They also have kings. They don't wear crowns though. It's the name for several rats whose tails are tied in a knot. The largest king ever recorded consisted of 32 animals. Possums have been around since the days of the dinosaurs. Their acting skills helped them survive to this day. As soon as danger appears nearby, this hero rarely rushes into the fray, but it doesn't run away either. It falls to the ground and starts, playing possum. It doesn't move at all and even slows down its breath and heartbeat. I'm sure this animal deserves an Oscar. For realism, this actor releases a scent. It's so bad that predators would rather stay hungry than approach a possum. The animal has no control over its acting ability. It's a natural response to stress. Possums aren't aggressive, but if cornered, they growl. Their fur stands on end, and they show their teeth. Small, but razor sharp. You won't call the Solenodon a nice guy. You can recognize it by red hair, a Pinocchio nose, and a hairless long tail. It's got sharp teeth, and special glands in its mouth make its saliva toxic. Surprisingly, the animal has no immunity against its own venom. That's why it's really careful while grooming. Solenodons are aggressive by nature. If it gets bored, it gets angry, grunts like a pig, and can lunge at anyone in the vicinity. Luckily, its toxic saliva isn't harmful to humans. The pygmy jerboa is the smallest rodent on Earth. It looks like a baby kangaroo and weighs a little more than a penny. The largest is the capybara, and it's difficult to look at without a smile. But this isn't the limit. Millions of years ago, a rodent the size of an African buffalo lived on the planet. Phobarames ate plants and resembled both a hippo and an overgrown guinea pig at the same time. Now, the next animal would easily win the first prize for the most unusual rodent on the planet. This monster is a naked mole rat. And yes, it's naked and lives underground. Its appearance is too much, even for a rodent. Most of all, the mole rat looks like a sausage from a horror movie. But that's not the point. On average, a rodent of this size lives for 2 to 3 years. Naked mole rats live in the wild for 30 years. Imagine if people could live to be 1,000 years old. For a rodent, 30 is pretty much the same. Scientists believe that perhaps this unsightly digger will help humanity solve the problem of aging. One family can have up to 300 naked mole rats. In the concrete-hard African soil, they dig cities the size of 6 football fields. People don't meet these rats. They rarely come to the surface and drink no water. These rodents get moisture from plant roots. Cats love all kinds of rubs and pets, but there are specific areas where they like it the most. Many kitties would close their eyes and start purring, slowly going to sleep while you rub the top of their head, their cheeks, or the bridge of their nose. And while they're nodding off, they'll yawn, of course. Scientists aren't exactly sure of the reasons behind cats yawning, but the main one seems to be similar to that of us humans. When the brain needs more oxygen to stay awake, the easiest way to get it is to have a big, deep yawn. So when a cat does it, you can be pretty certain your kitty wants to doze off. Sometimes, though, cats yawn at their humans just to show how relaxed they are in your company. So it's also a sign of affection and trust. But you don't need to be told that while your furry buddy is lying on your lap with its eyes closed and purring like a diesel engine, right? Any proud cat person knows that waking up at 3 a.m. every night is no big deal. Likely as not, the ball of fluff you live with will run around the place like crazy. This behavior is totally normal. In most cases, it means your cat has too much pent-up energy it needs to use. Your furry friend is likely to spend most of its time, about 18 hours a day, catching some Z's. It doesn't get enough exercise during the day and tries to find some outlet for all that energy. If you've just moved to a new place, there might be some pests already living there. Your cat, with its hypersensitive hearing and smell, might pick up their presence. Most insects are more active at night. Your kitty won't be able to rest with them scuttling around. So, you'd better get rid of the pests as soon as you can. If your cat wouldn't calm down even during the day, best take it to see the vet. Your pet is likely to have some problems that make it feel physical discomfort. For example, fleas. Sometimes, cats begin to chatter their teeth. Some specialists believe it happens when the animals get frustrated. Their potential prey seems to be so close, just outside the window, but still out of their reach. Other experts think that such bizarre jaw movements let your pet get prepared for catching its food. Either way, you'll only see your cat doing it when there's something small and probably edible in its field of view. Unlike dogs, cats rub their heads against people and objects, not for want of attention, but to mark their territory. Cats have special glands near the cheeks that leave their scent behind. When your puss has rubbed against you, it has claimed you as its own, so it won't be wary next time it approaches you. If it's someone else's cat, it may even let you rub it between the ears. And what can be better? If your cat starts to roll around on its back in front of you, it's a great compliment. For felines, it's an extremely vulnerable position. If your kitty isn't afraid of showing you its unprotected belly, you've earned its trust. And if your pet is rolling around on the floor, it wants to inform you it's playtime. Your feline friend may start to scratch around its food bowl after the meal is over, or even cover it with some shredded paper. It's normal, instinctive behavior. The cat wants its food to be hidden and safe from others. Try to at least hide your disgust if you find a mouse or a bird next to your bed, or even on your very pillow. If your cat brings you its catch, that means it recognizes you as a member of its group and cares deeply about your well-being. It might also think that you're not that good of a hunter to catch prey on your own. But anyway, it's a sign of affection on the kitty's part. And since you're feeding your ball of fluff all the time, it might say thank you this way too. Every once in a while, you may catch your cat sneering. This phenomenon has a scientific name, but it sure looks like a scornful lip curl. You won't see it directed your way, though. It's a reaction to other cats' invisible messages. Your cat picks up pheromones from the nearby felines. The lip curl is produced when your kitty traps these pheromones with its tongue against the roof of the mouth. Male cats sneer more often than females. A feline equivalent of a kiss is that slow blinking you might notice from time to time. If you do, know that your kitty trusts you entirely, and what's more, it loves you. You can blow it a kiss back too. Just look it in the eye and slowly blink as well. It probably won't show, but your cat will know you love it back. If you look your cat in the eye and its pupils start to increase in size though, better stop doing that, or you might get in trouble. Just like yours, cats' pupils grow to better see the things in front of it. But in their case, they want to see you better to best coordinate their actions that are very soon to follow. Other signs of your kitty preparing for an assault are wagging its tail and moving its hind legs in place. It leaps forward with a push, so it's a clear call for you to run. Another sign that it's time to back off is your cat twitching its ears. That's how it expresses its agitation or anxiety. If you keep bothering the animal, it might attack you. But if the cat's ears are pointed upright, it's listening to some noise that's attracted its attention. Sweet little meows from your cat are the way it greets you. After making this cute sound, it may jump in your lap and demand some cuddling. But if the meow is loud and demanding, the feline is likely to be hungry. Either feed your fluffy companion right away, or explain why it's going to get its meal later. When you sleep, your eyes move under your lids. If your cat is somewhere nearby, it can get curious and swat at your face. Not to get accidentally injured, it's better to shut your kitty out of your room at night. If it scratches at the door and cries, put something a feline wouldn't want to step on near the entrance. It can be double-sided sticky tape, aluminum foil, or vinyl carpet runner with its knobby side up. Give your kitty the biggest meal of the day in the evening. Cats tend to fall asleep after they've eaten a lot. Have you ever been snuggling with your kitty when it starts pressing its little paws into you over and over again? When cats do this sort of bread-kneading motion, it's actually leftover from their kitten days when they used to nurse. You see, nursing kittens instinctively know to press their paws into their mommy's belly to help get the milk flowing, which means dinner time. But even after they grow up and stop nursing, this behavior sticks around, and it means that your cat is happy and comfortable. They also do it as a way to relieve stress, since this is a very calming ritual they innately know how to do. If your cat does this often, it means that they feel comfortable and protected by you, as if you were their mom. Cats can sometimes be distant. Okay, they can be distant all the time. If your cat likes to hang out alone and not be bothered, this is pretty normal feline behavior. If it seems to distance itself from you more than usual, though, it's worth looking into. If you find that your cat is watching you from afar, but never wants to engage, this could be a sign that it's anxious or even mad at you. Cats may opt to hang out solo if they hear a startling loud noise, or if there's unusual activity in the home, like construction or a big party. Unfortunately, there's not really much you can do about the situation except give the cat space. Just give it some room and don't get in its face. It'll eventually come around and want attention again. So, you buy your cat the most expensive scratching post, yet your kitty still wants to sink its claws into your new leather couch. Yes, it can be very frustrating and downright confusing. The root of this behavior is the cat's desire to be territorial. Felines like to scratch furniture to show others what's theirs. You can think of these scratches as designated boundary lines. If you want to save your poor furniture, you can spray your things with a cat pheromone spray to help it calm down.